It was more like we went to, well, we came here first. We had a layover here, and we went to, the whole focus was going to Guam. We went to Guam and going to check out what the situation was over there in Guam. And so we went to Guam, went to check it out, and just reassured them that everything's going to be all right, that North Korea is not going to do anything that's going to harm the people in Guam. So just went on and reassured them that, and it was just on my own cognizance that I went on my own. The government, my government didn't send me at all. I just went on my own just to make sure that everything was cool. And I think that since the people in North Korea and the leader trust me so much, I think the fact that by seeing me there, it'll give the people in Guam a little more reassurance that everything's going to be all right. It's not. People don't really have a good grip on what's going on in North Korea. I think the media, you guys have more content than we do, because I don't think they show so much in America about what's really going on in North Korea. I think a lot of the stories have been fabricated, been more like make-believe stories. Okay, great, he's going to bomb Guam, he's going to bomb this, he's going to bomb that. I think if that ever happened, I think it'd be just disastrous for a lot of people in the world, even Japan, even China, even around the world. I think it's just be chaos. I think that he's smart enough to understand that. In my knowledge, the more I talk to him, he really don't want to do anything. I think as far as his father, his grandfather, I think that he's been empowered to be a leader like that. I think that he's more in the 21st century, and he's basically changed a lot in North Korea. He's actually changed a lot over there, and I've seen it over the last 4 years. Well, like I said, that his grandfather, his father, and the son now. I think if you ever see some of the pictures or some of the actions about the leader now, a lot of time he's smiling. He's always smiling sometimes, most of the time. He's always smiling, but you never really hear him say anything. But he smiles a lot. And some of his pictures you see in the newspapers, most of the time he's smiling. And I think the fact that, it's come from his heritage. I think his family. I think that he has to live up to his nature as being a leader and his heritage. So I can't fault what he's doing. I don't believe in all the politics. I don't try to get into politics. As a person of interest to him, I just go what I see. I don't really go into the background of the politics with the Americans or Tokyo, China, whatever, I don't try to get into that. I try to keep it really simple with him as a friendship basis, and just more like sports and basketball. That's pretty much what I want. But we just, like I said, we talk as like we've been friends for years, and we laugh, we joke, and we just play basketball, we jet ski, we do all this stuff, man, like normal people. And I was trying to express it over to Guam. I said, there's no way that if my relationship with Kim, there's no way he would ever try in his power. I don't know anything else about the other power of B in North Korea, but I don't think he has it in his heart, to kill innocent people. I mean, really innocent people for no reason. I mean, for really no reason. Trump's something else, huh? They call him a madman too, huh? It's like they call him a madman. So it's like, wow, man, there's two madmans in the world. And I was saying with Trump and the Marshal, it's like two big kids playing against war game, the TV show, the war game. It's like saying, oh, hey, they're gonna bomb, da 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 da. No, that's just smoke. It's just smoke. Nobody's gonna bomb anybody. I think they just love each other's power. how this guy's, he'll say something, but he'll say something good. He won't do anything. So it's like that. It's like go back and forth. It's like, okay, great. So, Donald, he's a character. He's a character. He loves to talk. He loves to listen to them talk. He loves, if you can see him, he loves that power. He loves that power. I'm gonna do this. And but I give great praise to Trump. Man, Trump's been friends for a long time. He actually likes me a lot. But I think as far as we haven't really sat down and talked about about me going back over there, but I want to go back and try to calm things down if I could, which I probably could. And like I say, he has the great utmost respect for me in North Korea because he don't want to see anything happen to me. He said that many times. He said, you've been our friend. We trust you. We trust you. I think in North Korea, his whole concern and the generals over there, their whole concern, they kept asking me, they said, we're all about trust. We hardly trust anyone. And they said, if we can actually trust Americans, we would actually try to help. That's one thing they said. They don't trust anybody. So basically that's the key for them, mainly just keep them in trust. They don't trust anybody. Well, I don't think so. I think it should be a distant relationship. A distant way. They could probably meet maybe once in a blue moon. I mean, once in a really blue moon. But was communication for communication? I think they could actually correspond with each other, maybe through the powers that be. But I think right now, it's just more like we have to calm things down for people's nerves and people's well-being. That's the main thing right now. Even though we know now that the door has been open now, the channels have been open now, and the city of Guam, it's amazing that no one really thought about Guam, especially in America, especially in the mainland, in the USA. No one's ever thought about it until now. Until the circulation about they flying nuclear weapons over Guam, and that's how people start talking about Guam again. They start talking about them, back in the 50s, 60s, the war or whatever. But now they actually talking about them every day now. But they keep saying it in a negative way. And they don't say it in a positive way because I was there. And it reminded me going to Hawaii. The beaches, the clear water, the people, the food, just the atmosphere. It's awesome, man. I love being there. So, I just got to thank my, well, I just said it earlier, that the fact that they, it's like two kids, it's like this the whole time. They're not trying to solve anything. They're trying to see who can win. That's it. That's pretty much. It's a game. To me, it's a game. I think that if you look at the seriousness of it, if North Korea did anything to anybody, especially in America, it's more like it's sad to say this because I like going to North Korea because I love talking to the people. And I talk to the people over there. When I talk to the people, if you ask them this question, do you guys hate Americans? And the first thing come out their mouth, no, we love Americans. That's the first thing come out their mouth. So we love them. If you see the video, I went the last time, I went to all the schools, I went to the handicap, the hospitals, and they put on these performances for me, and they asked me, said, thank you, Mr. Rodman. And I'm like, okay, great, it's cool. And I just asked them, I said, do you guys hate us? Do you hate any Americans? They said, no, but it's not the people. It's the politics of it. And a lot of people don't really understand the politics of between the two countries. It goes back a long way. And I think that people should just really take a seat back and really get the real focus of what's really going on. All we hear is the fact that Donald Trump want to do this, the Marshall want to do this, and okay, this and this, but they don't hear what the seriousness of the whole problem. If we really want to come together seriously, I think I can go over there and sit down with him and his people and his leaders over there and just sit there and ask them, not anything politics, but it's like more like they will bring it up to me. Dennis, can you do anything for us? I said, what you want? I mean, I could go ask, but it's up to you guys to see if you guys want to, sit down and talk. So it's like that seesaw thing. He probably say yes, he'll say no, He'll say yes, he'll say no. It's like because they can't come to terms with certain things. I think that's the biggest thing, right? They can't come to terms with who want this, who want that. But I don't, it's with North Korea. I think over here, maybe over here in Tokyo, over here, I don't know how you guys feel about North Korea. I really haven't studied on that, but you guys probably have different views about that. But I don't know. But I think the real major issue is with Americans. I mean, with our politics, and I've been trying to get a hold of Donald Trump. I think he knows that. I think he's probably, I don't know, a little afraid to talk to me about it. Maybe that the fact that I could actually give him a couple of suggestions, what they want. So I never said it. I'm going to wait till I talk to him and say, this is what they want. So this is what he said to me, to ask who was the president. It was Obama. He didn't want to have anything to do with it. But so I got a couple of things I want to say to Donald Trump and say, hey, this is what he wants. Okay, great. You don't have to come to terms with it, but this is what he wants. You can think about it. So this is what he wants. So. Well, they don't. I don't think the people in America don't know anything about the people in North Korea. Nobody knows it, but a lot of people, before the ban was forced, I think a lot of people was going to North Korea just to see it. I think if the ban was not lifted, I think you'll see a lot of Americans go to North Korea just to check it out. And a lot of people say, I won't go there because they're scared. They think they're going to get imprisoned. And I think, it's not like that. It's not like that. It takes a lot to get in prison if you go to North Korea. It takes a lot. Even though they're a segregated country, amongst the world, if you go over there and try to do anything to damage the image of North Korea, to damage their former leaders and leaders before that, well, they have a problem with that. They got certain rules over there, that you can abide by, but they don't stop you from coming over and taking pictures. They don't stop you coming over and having, hotels, having fun or whatever, just being a tourist. They don't have no problem with that. It's the other problem with it. They don't like people sitting there market the leaders and saying, North Korea is a piece of shit and da 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 da. They don't want that. They get enough of that already, so it's okay, great. So I think if that ban was lifted, I think a lot of Americans would go over there just to check it out and see how nice North Korea is now.